The following session was recorded live in San Antonio, Texas for the 2003 CALLERLAB Conference. This is tape number 15, BOF Hexagon Squares.
Okay. I am happy to get started. So this is the Hexagon Squares session. My name is Clark Baker, and with me on the stage will be Bill Eiler. Bill's from Albuquerque, New Mexico, and we have two separate presentations, both of which relate to hexagons. Bill's going to start. For Bill's presentation, I believe we will get a hexagon of inexperienced people who have never experienced it before, because that's how he can present it to a mainstream Florida festival, and he's been doing this for a number of years. I'll let him give his talk.
I'm Bill Eiler from Albuquerque. Back in the 80s, our Square Dance Club had an exhibition group, and I was searching desperately to find material for exhibitions, and I came across the wonderful guide of American Square Dance Magazine, and in the July 1986 issue, which I have up here if you guys want to see it later, there is an article on triangle squares. So that kind of keyed me in, and we started exhibition squares with 6 couples that were not in a rectangle, which is what people call hexagons, but it was actually 6 couples. Who here has never danced 6-sided figures? What I'd like to do is go ahead and get 6 couples up now in a circle. Just start with a circle, and then we'll go from there. So what developed over the years is that it segued into just doing it from exhibition into just introducing it to festivals and regular club night dancing. So this is a fun little thing to do with your new dancers. Here's what I need you to do, though. We need to have one couple as regular couple number 1, just with their back to me. Now you are in a circle here. Couple number 2 is to their right. 3, identify. 4, 5, 6. Now just for the sake of ease, even though you might want to call it something different where you are, I'm going to call couples 1, 3, and 5 the head couples. So you know who you are? So 1s, 3s, and 5s bounce to the middle and back. Now you know who you are. So the odd couples, or the 2, 4s, and 6s, you know who you are. Kind of shimmy to the middle and back right there. We'll work on that shimmy later. Okay. So you know who you guys are. So you guys are fine with your numbering. You know if your heads or your sides. Now we can do 3 different types of dancing from here. We can do a regular circle dance, which we have to cut in thirds instead of halves. If I tell the ladies to chain from here, you have to count 3. So let's have all the ladies chain. Count 3 people. 1, 2, 3. Then you chain them back with a yak, 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 and it just goes on and on. So you can do all kinds of easy stuff from here to get them used to that. Do an Alaman left. Do a do-sa-do with a partner. 6 gents, star by the left in the middle of the ring. Go all the way around and then turn the partner by the right hand round and look for the corner. Left Alaman the corner. Come back and hex your set and you should be home. So far so good. So you'll use this just to make the dancers feel comfortable, say, oh, we can do this. This is easy stuff. So here's where it gets a little bit different. So this is where we can either dance triangulated or in 2 facing couples as normal. Let's have all the heads move into the middle. Now, you're going to do normal square dance calls like you all know, like start through, right and left through, wheel the ocean, and, you know, all those things we all know. The only difference to get into that setup right in the beginning is to have the active dancers face slightly away from your partner, and poof, there's somebody to play with right there. So you can star through with them. Now California twirl beside yourselves, and miraculously that's your corner. Alaman left. Come back and hex it up, and you should be there. Now sides, whip it up to the middle and back. Now all the sides move in, and little tight thing in the middle. Now, remember, you have to turn slightly away from your partner to execute any of these calls until you're facing somebody. So let's all those sides touch a quarter there. Those boys run around the girls. Now, to make them feel comfortable for now, we're got facing couples like normal, do we not? Great. Everybody pass the ocean there. Swing through. Those boys trade with each other. It's a little tight in this setup. Boys run around the girls, wheel and deal, and sweep 1 quarter to the corner, Alaman left. Come back and you're hexed up again. Now all the heads move into the middle. Now I say this at the beginning. I say move into the middle. It's just so you know who the active dancers are. But I wouldn't have to normally say that after a while. I would just say head square through. So I'm going to say head square through because we know that term instead of hex through. If you square through in this setup, it has to be 6 hands. So it'll be like the June Taylor dancers working on like in the middle there. Great. All this, face slightly away from your partner and start a square through 6. When you're there, all the way around. All the way around it. When you're looking all the way through, you should be looking directly at your corner, just like you normally would. Alaman left. Hex it up, and you should be there again. All right, all the sides lead to the right, and circle to a line. Now you got little triangles here. Triangle up to the middle and back. So you're kind of in a normalized setup anyway. Great. Do an Alaman left for the corner. Come back and then square your set or hex it up. You're there. Now have all the sides move into the middle, and you're going to, the only thing you have to know on this whole deal is, because you can use regular old square dance calls, is you can do a turn slightly away from your partner to start the call. Great. Square through. How many? Very good. It's like a rose blooming in the spring. Now you're looking directly at your corner there. Great. Pass through. Do a U-turn back. Star through. Now we can, instead of bending the line, which isn't quite appropriate for this, we can just move on to the next couple. So everybody move on and do the right and left through. Star through. All the centers face in, back away, and should be home. So you can see the little setups there is very easy to do little module things just to get them used to dancing. Now after a while you can do little more complex things like teacup chains, load the boats, but we're not going to move into the plus program here. Clark will be doing some very interesting things. So all the ladies chain. How many? All the ladies chain on back and yak it up because it takes a while. All the sides rumba into the middle and back. Except for, you tie your shoe every seminar we're in, right? All the sides move into the middle and square through 6. To the outside too, look them in the good eye there, do the right and left through. Dive through. Now here's where it feels a little bit different. We're going to, one of the easiest calls that we know is called pass through. Pass through from a hexagon feels different. I'm going to use the word slaunch. So you're going to go slaunch-wise. You're going to go whoop or this way. But you're going to use a regular right shoulder passing through rule. If I tell the centers to pass through, point to who you would pass through with. Look at in the eyes. So you have to turn slightly away from your partner. Now pass through and then adjust so you're looking directly at the outside too. Great. Dive through. Now I'm going to have the centers. You're going to do a pass through without hurting anybody. So pass through. So you're going on the slaunch wise. Which way am I going? Great. And a right or left through. Pass to the center. In the middle, star through. Back away. Alaman left. Come back and a right and left grand. It should be a number of hands. When you meet your partner, touch 1/4. All the boys run around the girls, back out, and you should be hexed up. You're there. Perfect. All the heads move in and star through. Now the other thing that feels different to the dancers is a double pass through. I've found in calling this that you really have to tell them to point which way they're going. Okay? So I want you all to point and go which way you're supposed to go. Everybody double pass through. So you're going slaunch-wise all the way through and partner up with somebody just like you finished. Great. Everybody California twirl. Point again. You don't have to do this after a while. Do it discreetly, of course. People don't like to be pointed out. Double pass through. All the leaders partner trade. Did you go all the way through? After the leaders partner trade, everybody go right and left through. Pass to the center. In the middle, do the right and left through. So which way are we going to do? Now notice there's somebody behind you sometimes, or your backs may be facing out the hole. Great. Everybody zoom. New centers star through. I've got this set, and it's just not working right. Now all the centers pass through. You'll be looking out the hole. Step ahead and cloverleaf. In the middle, star through. Same 4 star through again. Do the right and left through, and you turn to there. Same group, star through, back away, and you should be home. Great. All 6 ladies chain. 4. We got some higher math going on here. Higher math, yeah, here we go. Join those hands, circle to the left. Do an Alaman left, do an Alamandar. You go forward two, right and left, gents wheel in, make a backup star. Shoot the star and then bow to the partner, and you stirred that bucket for the singing call. Now, we're going to go ahead and get back to where you started. We're going to do a regular singing call, just like you know how to do. It works perfectly. Here we go. Breathe carefully. All you have to do is use the figures 6 times and the break once. All the heads rumba into the middle and back. All the heads square through 6. 6 hands around the ring you go. To the outside 2. Look them in the eye. Do the right and left through. Arch in the middle and dive through. Now the center's beside yourselves. Partner trade. Swing your corner. You swing your corner, promenade that ring, go on and on, on and on, on and on. All the sides shimmy up to the middle and back in time. All the sides move ahead and star through. California twirl to a wave you'll make, swing through. Spin your top. Walk up and do the right on left through. Turn the girl and then square through. 3/4 round. Face your corner, swing, promenade. You grab the wrong one. When you get on home, you can just kind of wait till they finally get home. All the sides, much to the middle and back in time you go. All the sides star through, California twirl. And a right or left through and turn the girl. Dive through, all new centers, partner trade, in the corner swing. Swing that corner, promenade that ring, go on and on, on and on, on and on. So you guys get the idea. You would do a middle break about here now. Now all the ladies chain to your home. There. Now we're going to add one more little call in here just so you can see that there's a little bit of variation here. We're going to do a grand triangle, which is essentially a grand square. Sides you know who you are? Sides you will face each other, and it's too late to back out now, okay? For everybody, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. On the first and the fourth of those sequences, you'll be in the same track that you are now. So, all the sides face, and all the heads are going to go into the middle. Just 4 steps. Go. 1, 2, 3, turn on the next. So, you've got a new partner in the middle. The others are going to go along the inside towards each other there. Great. Go 4 more. 1, 2, 3, turn. Everybody go back home. We're just going to play with the heads. Sides take a little break. Okay. You can come back in a minute, though. You're going to go along a 6-sided pie. You cut it up just like a pie, but you're only going to either go into the middle or back along one side, or back into the middle and along the rim. If you're going into the middle, you'll always be with someone. If you're walking along the rim on the outside, you'll be alone. So if I say sides face, grand triangle, go into the middle. 1, 2, 3, turn, back out. 2, 3, turn away. Back, 2, 3. Now go forward into the middle, because that's the original. Now reverse it all. Go 1, 2, 3, turn. 1, 2, 3, turn. 1, 2, 3, turn. Now back home, and you should be there. One more time. Sides face, grand triangle. 1, 2, 3, and a turn, and a 1, 2, 3, and a turn. 1, 2, 3, back along the original. Reverse. There might be music someday. Da-da. Good job. Sides in. Are you ready, sides? Oh, you got it. All right. How do the other sides feel about that? Sides face, grand triangle. 2, 3, turn. 1, 2, 3, turn. 1, 2, 3, turn. 1, 2, reverse. 1, 2, 3, turn. Substitute. Get back in here. Let's have the heads step out for just a second. We'll have the sides in. Sides face, grand triangle along the rim, face to the middle, bring somebody into the middle, new person back out, then go back along the rim where you started. One. Now reverse it. One. We got trouble right here in River City. These must be square dance callers. I'll go back to where you were. Sides face. Now you're going to go along the rim first by yourself. So that's where the first and the fourth part of that is back and forth along this rim. So go back, 2, 3, go into the middle, back out with a new partner. Now go back along the rim by yourself. Reverse it now. Go along the rim, along the rim, along the rim, along the rim, along the rim. Come into the middle. Find somebody else to play with. Go back out. And back to where you are. Heads in. Heads in. I want everybody to cross your fingers and cross your knees. Ready? 8 to the middle and back, and when you're there, take a deep breath. Sides face, grand triangle, go. I can't watch. Reverse. And you bow to the partner. Good job. Thank you guys for participating in that. I'm going to turn the microphone over to Mr. Clark Baker now. He's going to show you a completely different part of it.
Okay. I know. Good luck to Lona. I hope she was paying attention. Yeah. I'll walk a few things so you guys will get it. I don't care. You can be partners. Yeah, I think you are. Oops, sorry, this is a set square. I'm going to do a couple of harder things that in theory I've pre-trained these guys. And I'm going to be in the square eventually, so we'll put John Marshall in right now. No? Good try. Is there someone who wants to be in for a second? Someone? Good, thanks. He was in the hall. Okay. So first, to give this the proper introduction, I have a website. I have an email address that has this paper on it, so I don't have enough of these cards for everybody in the room, but if you come up and write down the website address or my email, I'm happy to tell you where it is. The first time when I researched this, I saw hexagon squares written down in 1968. Those are the 2x4 things that we normally do. And triangle squares credited to Lee Boswell in 1968. And then later the article that was in ASD that Bill mentioned. And then Bill's been doing it. And I saw it at CALLERLAB a year ago when I chatted with Clay Goss from Newark, Delaware. He uses this in an exhibition group. Based on his ideas, and I'd heard people talk about it, I had no clue, like, how do you do it? The angles are all weird. It just doesn't work. What calls can you really do? And every time I asked Clay a question, he'd kind of have a good answer. And I'm like, oh, I could see that. Oh, that. And after I left CALLERLAB last year, I came to the realization that any symmetric choreography that any of you guys or gals call in a normal square, I can dance in a hexagon with the same timing. And if you resolve your square, every head man will get a head lady, and every side man will get a side lady. So it kind of works. You still won't always get your partner back. Just to make sure you guys know it, these guys are heads. And then we go sides, heads, sides, heads. All the heads raise your hand. In a normal square, you have a diagonal opposite. The head men here each have a diagonal opposite on their right hand and their left hand. And we'll notice if you look at Jerry, Andy, and Bill, to Jerry's right, the entire time we're dancing clockwise around the square will be Andy unless something goes wrong. And that's the same as true for everybody else. So what I typically have been doing is at conventions usually toward the evening, maybe it's 10 o'clock at night, is I'll get a hexagon together. I'll go in the back of the hall. The callers will just be doing whatever they're doing, and our hexagons dancing our hexagon stuff. It kinesthetically feels really different than the normal dancing you're doing, yet all the rules are kind of the same. And we just pick up a new couple and another couple, and I'll walk them for a couple of minutes in the hallway, then we'll come in and dance hexagon. So let me show you a few of the things that we do, and then I want to have another square get up if we have room for it, just a normal square and a hexagon, and I want to see you see both of those dancing side by side, and I've asked Don to call. Don will call to the square, and hopefully the hexagon will try to keep up, and we'll see if we pull it off. We haven't really rehearsed a lot of this, and how many people here have done hexagons before in this square? Not everybody. So I want to walk them through a few things and explain it at the same time to you. Heads go forward and back. Whenever I do that as a dancer, I make sure I have the dancer beside me, and the one I clap hands with is the one I'm facing. Either you have a great partner beside you and a kind of around the corner person you're facing, or you have a great person you're facing, but the partner beside you is on an angle. The angles will never work perfectly. Heads go forward and back. Make sure you see that person. Heads go forward and square through 4. That just works like a mini right and left grand. Now you're looking at somebody. At this point, the square is in the shape of a Y. I think of this as a Y. You're either in triangles or deltas, or you're in these Ys. Star through. If you just call normal material past the ocean, 4 dancer calls, swing through. They're just doing it in their own little group of 4. That's real easy. Boys run. We usually do singing calls this way, bend the line, and most of the stuff is easy. Past the ocean. The hard calls and the interesting, pretty ones, I think, are the 8 dancer calls. Let's think about circulate for a second. In each wave, if you're looking out, it's easy. You just do your normal thing. But if you're looking in, look at how Jerry has to kind of go in a little weird short distance over to Vic. And if they aren't careful, the square might grab into a giant Alamo ring. They don't want to do that. That's a big mistake. Jerry is following Vic. All the boys circulate. You're following a back. All the girls, you have a back you're following in the middle. All the girls circulate. AC/DC. Girls trade, boys circulate. Swing through. Boy run. Of course, we could have the couples circulate. Don't do it. The ones looking out, it's easy. The ones looking in, you have a kind of funny little path to go. Circulate, or couples circulate. The call Ferris wheel, another 8 dancer call, is easy for the couple looking out. They do their normal thing. The couple looking in, whenever you're doing motion around the center, I always say that you underachieve. The people looking in are going to go in and go a little less than usual and make sure their butts line up with the couple behind them who should be behind them. The outsides control, the insides have to be careful. Ferris wheel, just go a little less in the middle, and you have that nice triangle in the middle. Centers pass through. Step to a wave. Did I say something I shouldn't? Swing through. Boy run. Crossfire, girl trade, boy cross fold. This is what columns would look like. Do you see where we go in the next space for the column circulate? Circulate. Circulate again. If we were to do coordinate, another one of our 8 dancer calls, everything's normal for the people from here, with the exception of the number 4 guy. He's going to go into a star of 3, which is hard for them to see, turn it less than usual, a third to the next position, and then walk forward. Hopefully girls are going to trade and stand still because they anchor the coordinate. Coordinate, circulate 1.5, center 6 trade, and then the boy, careful Jerry, you didn't go far enough in the trade, neither did Andy. Boys go back, there you got it, and there's Bill. Crossfire, I'll give you the same part again. Are you ready? You weren't in the hallway, walk through. So, coordinate, circulate 1.5, the boys in the very center hold their star, turn it 1 position, then walk forward. It's disorienting, I know that. Bend the line. Pass the ocean. We can do a bunch of the biggie calls like spin chain and exchange the gears. You'd initially think that would be a really difficult call. But in fact it isn't, because most of it's 4 dancer stuff. So let's get up to the good part. Spin chain, exchange the gears. Turn half, boy 3/4, girl turn around. Center boys, make sure you see 3 of you, trade. Look at your star. Don't overshoot. Stars go 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, the girl who leads out, for example, Lona, is going to walk just kind of out and around here. You can be sloppy. Just kind of come out, flop around, go around like you normally do, and poof, you have a nice wave with girl. Spin chain and exchange gears. Turn half. Boy 3/4. Girl turn around. Center boy trade. Where is it? Look at your stars. Stars go 3. 1, 2, 3. Girl leads out. And we won't do the other one. Spin chain through would be just about as good. Spin chain the gears would be as good. Relay the deucey is one of our harder calls, unfortunately. There's a tendency for the people walking around the outside to get a little too close to that Death Star in the middle and get sucked into the middle. So, the black hole in the middle. So if you're if you're walking around the outside, you have to make sure you go on the outside. Look at the partner you have. The same rule is going to work. We're going to go a little bit by the numbers here. Relay the deucey, turn half, boy 3/4, girl start walking. We have nice waves of 6. 6 trade, 4 trade, 6 trade. Girls find each other 3/4, boy move up to the same girl. You guys did good. Recycle and sweep a quarter. The load the boat you'd think would also be difficult. It's actually pretty easy. You pass 3 moving dancers on the outside and face in. Don't do it. The center 4, as in normal load the boat, you're going to play with that same person 3 times. Don't move. You're going to pass through. You're going to face out there. Now your partner, you're going to trade. At this point, find a new victim to pass through with. That's the hard part. Load the boat. Go. Go. 1, 2, 3. Good. Pass to the center. Double pass through. You notice you lose your partner. All these things that you're so used to having when you dance normally, like on a double pass through, you keep the same person. Some of those things are taken away from you, and it's surprising. Even right and left through, when you have the heads right and left through, you notice when Bill did it, you lost your partner. That's okay. Track 2, don't move, is also tough. The track part where you go around the corner 180 degrees is fine. But then when you start walking down the side, the only way I can do it, you're going to lose each other, is just do it like a double pass through and stop when every boy has a girl in his right hand. Track 2. Start at track 2. Start walking down some new dancers. Stop when every boy is... At this point, we have right hand waves. Girls are centers. So you guys did pretty good there. I think I've covered most of the calls that I wanted. Oh, yes. They'll do fine. So square your set for a moment, please. Let me talk about timing. The idea was we want to be able to dance this with the same timing, the same number of steps as the, quote, normal square. Oh, they'll do fine on that one. So if I ask the head ladies to chain, instead of thinking about the fraction and trying to go only 2/3 of that or underachieve, think about the people you normally pass on a head ladies chain in a normal square. The head ladies go in, they pass the side man, the next one turns them. Head ladies chain. And this is where it's going to be different from what Bill's doing. And notice I'm always using normal square dance terminology because my goal is to have the hex dance to any caller who's calling normal choreography to a normal square. So all my numbers will be in terms of normal square dancing. Head ladies chain. Side ladies chain. All 4 ladies chain 3/4. So you go in, you pass one person, you pass another, and then you get the next one. Well, but I'm using the terminology from normal square dancing. All 4 ladies chain 3/4. Go in. 1, 1, 1. Courtesy turn. This will become important in the singing call. 4 ladies promenade inside you go. Now, they don't get back to their same guy. They go 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's the one they'd swing. Does that make sense? Square your set. Yeah. Right, I did a wrong number of chains. No, I wasn't really trying to resolve. Alaman left. Right and left grand. This will only be 4 hands. 1, 2, 3, 4. Promenade the 5th for the same amount of time as the normal square would, and stop at a head position if you're a head and a side position if you're a side. So the downside is if the normal square resolves, the guarantee I'll make you is this square, every head man will have a head lady. You may not be at your home position, but you'll have a head lady. Is that okay? And we just live with that. That's a sacrifice, but it makes the timing work, and it means we can do anything. I asked Don, I gave him a list of calls. I'm hoping he'll be able to call if he's reading and going good. Cross your fingers. One of them was grand square. The grand square that Bill did was what was written up in the magazine. I didn't like it, I don't believe it, and it doesn't match what we do. I want to make sure you guys do a grand square okay. I never even teach it. I just have you kind of walk 4 sides of some weird trapezoid that I've never even seen, but it'll feel like grand square. So let's have the sides face, grand square. Just go walk, 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 turn, kind of walk, 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 turn, walk, 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 turn, walk, 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 and you're facing reverse. Then walk, 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 turn. I know Bill's probably like dying on this, but everybody else is doing fine. Walk, turn. And any square I've done it with, they just do that. We have enough space, it just works, and I don't even try to describe the trapezoid that you're walking. It looks to you like I've taught them a bunch of weird rules and stuff. In fact, there is one simple mathematical equation that describes exactly what we're doing that will tell you how to translate any call into this hexagon square. And if you go to the website and click, there's some animated pictures. And one of the dancers in California has taken animations of normal squares dancing and automatically processed them into animations of 6 couples dancing, which just shows there's a mathematical formula. And those are kind of fun to look at. There's a bunch of very surprising things. All the head men go into the middle. One of our hardest calls in square dancing is do-si-do. Now, these guys have never, almost not done do-si-do. And I'll just have you do a do-si-do. No, let's try again. Can the men square your set? Okay. All the head men go into the middle. Let me do this slowly. All the head men go in the middle. Hold on. Don't, let me talk. Go back. So, the way to think of do-si-do is you want to break it down into its nice pieces. The first part is a right shoulder pass to end back to back. Make sure you turn a little bit as you do it. And then a left shoulder backing up. And you notice that you don't end up on the same spot you started. So little things like that make it make it feel different and can be really tough. Yeah. So if you guys would square your set. Are you happy? Are you ready, Don? Can I bump you out? Thank you. Right, yes, Don needs the square to call off of. Trust me, anyone who's tried to call off a hexagon, if you don't know what you're doing, it's pretty weird. So just a normal tight square here if we can get it. Oh. And perhaps, are we okay? While Don is preparing his record and stuff, can I speak to both the square and the hexagon for a second? You're going to move the chairs, which is wonderful, to give us some space. Heads lead right. Step to a wave. You'll notice that when they have waves or lines at the sides, the hexagon has a wave or line at the back. Okay? Just a point. Recycle. Sweep a quarter. Lines go forward and back. Now they have lines at the heads. They have the line that's lined up on a wall of the room up closer to me. Just a weird observation we've made. Here's Don.
Square your sets. Let me talk a little so that I can hear me okay. Okay. Mic volume's all the way up. That's interesting. I have my list, yeah. Just to let you know, I've never seen this done before. Clark was walking people through in the hall. He and I spoke about it on the phone about 8 months ago. And then I went to the website. He mentioned where there was animations, and I've had 8 months to forget all about it. And I'm still debating whether I can remember who started with whom in this square or whether I should go mental image. And in about 20 minutes. Let me just check out what's going on here.
Someone asked, can you resolve the hex square? If you resolve the hex square in the sense of just getting a head man to a head lady, there's no problem with sequence. It's the easiest resolving thing of all. Just get a head man to a head lady, box and at, right and left grand, and you got it. So in that sense, it's fine. If you're doing what Bill was doing, where you have a whole floor of hexes and everyone expects to get their original partner back, then you have to do like Bill did and put a little more care into what you're doing. But if the square here broke down in this one room, Don could just get me to any one of the side ladies and I'm happy.
You may not have to memorize that many more people. Oh, ask. You guys are being friendly? That's cool.
Turn the voice down a little bit.
Okay. Is it? Still playing around looking for a tempo here. close enough. All of that one, watch this one out. Hey, bow to the partner, and the corner to Corley's chain. You turn that girl around, you go. Join all your hands, you're going to circle to the left, go rocking, go moving round, and then you do an element left for an element bar. Go forward two when you make the star, and then wheeling, I got a backup star. Go moving, and now shoot that star with a full turn to the corner. You do a Dixie Grand, right, left, right. Left alley man, I had a man left. Right or left grand, right or left, that land, it's hand over hand, over hand, over hand, over hand. Meter promenade, you're gonna promenade to go walking around, you know. You're gonna get on home, now the heads rock to the middle and come on back. Same for lead right and veer to the left. Chain down the line like that and you turn them on around and do the right or left through. Turn the lead here, rock up to the middle and back. Past the ocean, recycle, spar through. Touch quarter, coordinate. Ferris wheel, centers, sweep a quarter more. Same for spar through. Sacrifice timing a bit here. Pass through, do a left element. And here we go with the right or left ring. The ring to right or left, that bandits. Hand over hand, they're gonna go and meet a girl and you promenade. Well, you promenade to get moving around that ring. You're gonna get back home, sides, square through, 4 hands around you go. You do a single circle, make a wave, men trade, swing through, I said, recycle, and right or left through, and turn them on around, and now spar through, past the ocean. I'm lost already. Ladies trade, relay the deucey. Cycle, rock up to the middle and then come on back, load the boat. Left alley man, and a right or left grand, and right or left you go, it's hand to the hand around you doing. Promenade when you meet your own, you're gonna promenade back home. Well, get back home around, they're gonna go, that's close, size up to the middle and back. A right or left through, and turn them on around like that, back out, heads. Can I do it past the ocean, Clark? Past the ocean. Extend. Swing through. Boy, run. Ladies hinge. You do a diamond circulate. Flip your diamond. Left swing through. Men trade. Men run around the ladies. Bend the line. Rock to the middle and come on back. Do a past the ocean. Recycle. Is that corners? That's the wrong one. Do a right or left through and turn them on around. Veer left, couple circulate one time. Chain down the line real fine. Now roll the lady with a half sachet. Rock up to the middle and back. Do a star through, trade by. Do a left element, element left and promenade. You go walking around that ring. Walk and go, moving home you go. When you get back home, up. Who knows who gets his credit for that one, huh? 4 ladies chained across, they're going to turn them on around, you don't get lost. Chain them right back home. Heads square through, 4 hands around, they're going to go. And a right or left through the outside too. Pass to the center, single circle, make an ocean wave. Men trade, men run, bend the line, pass the ocean. Ping pong circulate, recycle in the middle, same for sweep a quarter board. You're going to star through, California twirl, do a left element and come back and you promenade. You're going to promenade to go home you do. I think that one's a mixer too. Side 2, do the right or left 2 and turn them on around and now. Touch 1 quarter, that boy run right. And a right or left through and turn tonight. Star through, past the ocean, swing through, spin your top, do a grand swing through, single hinge, boy run, and a right or left through and turn them on around. Now star through, right or left through, do a Dixie style, make an ocean wave. Men start a swing through, chain down the line. Flutter wheel, go moving across so fine. Past the ocean. Relay the deucey. That's not what I was going to do, but okay. But it'll work. Recycle. Do an 8-chain through. Touch a quarter. We did a touch a quarter. Split circulate once. Single hinge in the women trade. Spin chain and exchange the gears. Fan the top. Grand swing through. All the boys run each side, half tag, coordinate. Ferris wheel, you don't be late. You guys got up? I'm not. Double pass through, cloverleaf. Double pass through, track 2. Ladies trade, linear cycle. And right or left through, flutter wheel. Through, you bend this line, rock to the middle and back. Can you point at partners for me in this square? And corners. Over there. Star through. And a right or left through and turn them on around. And you veer to the left. Well, the couples circulate. Ladies trade. Ladies run to the left. Do a left allemande. And you promenade to go walking around. You do. Get moving around that ring and then heads. Do a star through, California twirl, square your set, sides face, grand square. I can't believe I did that at the end of the record. Halfway square med home. Teach me not to listen to the music. Going to do a singing call now. Haven't done this in a long time because mine was scratched and it was out of print, and I just found that Blue Stars reprinted it. And this is good because I don't have to do much singing. There's just music to listen to, and I get to watch you guys dance. You guys close? All right, here we go. 4 ladies, promenade, go one time around, I said. Get back and swing with your man. Join hands, circle to the left. Go walking around, I said. And now the man left that corner, weave that land. Wish I could hear the music. Swing, swing that lady, then you promenade that ring. I found a new baby. She drives me crazy. My baby's never coming home. Head star through, California twirl, and a right or left to that girl. Veer left, couples circulate, you know. Chain down the line, I'm gonna turn that girl and then flutter wheel across, my friend. Sweep 1/4 more, that's what you do. Square through, 3/4 round. Trade by and swing. Swing that quarter, lady, then you dominate that ring. I found a new baby. She's driving me crazy. Your daddy's never coming home. Head square through. Touch quarter, scoot back one time you go. Single hinge in the women's trade. Recycle now. You pass to the center and a right or left through, and turn around you do. Pass through, touch 1/4, scoot back again. Swing that lady, then you promenade that ring. I found a new baby. She drives me crazy. Your daddy's never coming home. 4 ladies chain 'em back. coming home, side square through. Love that piano. Really the deucey. Linear cycle. Load the boat. Swing that corner now, you promenade, you know I found you, baby. She drives me crazy. Your daddy's never coming home, side square through. Four hands around, I'm gonna go and meet two with a right or left through and turn them on around and veer left and then a couple circulate. Chain down the line, I say, and turn that girl with a right or left through and turn them on around and touch quarter friend, coordinate. You Ferris wheels, centers, sweep 1/4 more. Star through, pass through, swing that corner, promenade to get walking around, I say. Your baby's never coming home. When you get back home, 4 ladies chain. You chain them back. Join hands and circle to the left. Right now, do an Alabama left and leave that track. Swing. Oh, promenade, I found you, baby. She's driving me crazy. Your daddy's never coming home, oh yeah. You're going to bow to the partner's corner, too. That's it. You're through. Beautifully done. Great. Thank you, partners. Thank you, corners, whomever they may be. Thank you, Clark.
Thank you all for coming. That ends it. Bill's going to have his cards. I have a couple of cards, or I'm probably out. Write the address down.